So, moving forward to our next topic. The next topic is the siege of Panhalgarh. Siddhi Johar was brave but ruthless. He was a strict disciplinarian. He laid siege to Panhalgarh and confined Shivaji within the fort. The rainy season was approaching and Shivaji thought that once the rains came, Siddhi Johar would lift the siege. But Siddhi Johar did nothing of the kind. On the contrary, with the arrival of monsoon, he further tightened the siege. Supplies in the fort were running out. Shivaji was in a fix. Since he could not force Siddhi Johar to lift the siege by an open battle, he decided to deceive Siddhi Johar by a clever ruse. He sent a message to Siddhi Johar to the effect that he would shortly surrender the fort. Siddhi was happy. Siddhi's troops were already tired of the long siege. They were very pleased to hear that Shivaji agreed to surrender. They relaxed the watch and included in food, drink and music. So what they are telling? The siege of Panhalgarh. Siege. So this Siddhi Johar, now he left the court of Adil Shah from Bijapur and he came where? To Panhalgarh. And what did the Siddhi Johar, what characteristic they are telling us is, he was very brave and courageous because like he was not frightened of anything. He was very brave and courageous and ruthless. Like he did not like have a concern or a soft heart. He did not have. He was very ruthless. Like he was very like what we can say ruthless person. Like he didn't have a soft heart at all. He did not have mercy. He didn't show any mercy to anyone. So he was that ruthless. Okay. He was a strict disciplinarian and he was a strict person who like begins and has, we can say, who follows his life having many like in disciplinary life. Like he'll not be in mess. He will be very like I am going to do this, so I will do that. Like that kind of discipline he had in his life. Okay. So what did he do? This Siddhi Johar, he laid siege to Panhalgarh and confined Shivaji within the fort. Now Shivaji was there in the fort of Panhalgarh. Okay. So what did he do? He came and he laid siege means with the whole army they are coming for an open battle. So Shivaji is inside the fort. Now what Siddhi Johar is doing? He is like sitting outside the fort at the entrance of the fort and all over conquering that town or that city completely with his army, with the tents and all. They are settling down there. So whenever Shivaji comes out, they are like, we will not go from here. Like they are laying down the siege over there. The whole army, they are settling over that place and they are waiting for Shivaji Maharaj to come outside. As soon as he comes with the army, they will make an open battle. They will have a very big battle, like that kind of. Okay, so they were waiting for Shivaji Maharaj and they were sleeping, eating, drinking and everything, whatever the necessities or whatever we can say, they completely were over there only sitting. So they were completely waiting and looking where they were like forcing Shivaji to come out of the fort, like that way, like stopping everything. The people inside the fort can't come outside. So whenever if they are coming, someone is coming from that fort, definitely they will kill for sure, isn't it? Because they are the enemy, they are from the enemy's part, isn't it? So that is why. So that is the meaning of laying siege. The rainy season was approaching and Shivaji thought that once the rains came, Siddhi Johar would lift the siege. Now what was happening at that time? Rainy season was coming. So what did Shivaji Maharaj think? Like now rainy season is coming. How much time this Siddhi Johar will be sitting in front of my fort guarding me? Like how much time he will be waiting for me? Because in rainy season, you know, at that time it was not like they were not constructing their home. They used to live in tents. They used to create that hut strands over and they used to stay over there. Correct? So now if rainy season is coming, so definitely it is going to create a lot of mess for everything for the Siddhi Johar and his army. So what did Shivaji Maharaj think? That this Siddhi Johar will leave Panhalgarh, like he will go back to where? Bijapur, to Adil Shah, because rainy season was approaching. But nothing of that kind happened. Like what Shivaji thought, the opposite thing only happened. And exactly what did happen? On the contrary, like the opposite thing happened and Siddhi Johar brought more army and he tightened the security very much. So that is what happened. They did not go at all. They were, in fact, they brought many more people over here, like that way. And now slowly what is happening? Supplies in the fort, whatever material was there in the fort for eating or whatever that ingredients, everything was finishing day by day. So it was not that Shivaji Maharaj and his family only used to live. There were many servants, there were many other sardars and so many people used to live in the fort, right? So the food ingredients or whatever necessities which they were dependent upon, so that was everything was finishing day by day, correct, as the days were, and they were not allowed to come, like they could come from there, from the fort to outside part. No, if Siddhi Johar was waiting over here, as soon as they come, he will kill them, like that way. So they can't come out of the fort. So it was a pressure which was built upon Shivaji Maharaj. Now Shivaji Maharaj was in great tension. He was like, he was not understanding exactly what to do and what not to do. So, and that condition we know now of Shivaji Maharaj, like he didn't have a very big army in the beginning, right? He didn't have that, and this Siddhi Johar had a very huge army with him. So if they come for face to face battle, definitely Siddhi Johar is going to win, and they will kill Shivaji Maharaj and all that Mavlas and all the soldiers of Shivaji Maharaj, and thus Swaraj will be ended. So Shivaji Maharaj didn't wanted that. Now Shivaji Maharaj was thinking, what should I do? What should I do? So he was very clever, we know. So he made a plan, and what he thought, that I will deceive this Siddhi Johar, means I will fool this Siddhi Johar, I will cheat him. So what did he what did he do? Like he sent a message to Siddhi Johar saying that Shivaji Maharaj is sending a message to Siddhi Johar, and he's saying, look Siddhi Johar, Sardar, see sir, I'm so much scared, and that was why what I will do, I will give the fort of Panhalgarh to you, and I will not make any Swaraj or anything, I'm quitting this. Like this way he sent a message to whom? Siddhi Johar. So by listening to this, Siddhi Johar became very happy, very like, oh my god, now as if Shivaji Maharaj has accepted his defeat, now I don't have to do anything. So, and by listening to this message, the army, the soldiers of Siddhi Johar also became very happy, because from a very, very, very long time they were waiting for a battle, and they were guarding all over the place of Panhalgarh, right? So they were also tired. While listening to this message, they become very happy, and they started to relax, and they started to eat, drink and dance, and they were enjoying the music and all of that stuff. So this is what in this paragraph we have learned, the siege of Panhalgarh. Have you understood?